No punt intended. Fantasy football highlights brought to you by the United States Navy Advancement Center. Maybe next cycle. Well, with week 12 behind us, we head into the final week of the fantasy football regular season as we gear up for week 13. And our top story of the week goes yet again to none other than the ATLians. They ride into week 13 after setting a new league record for single-week scoring totals after scoring an absolutely astronomical 205.4 points over the Bellingham Bimblossays. Now, this surpasses the previous record held by the former league scoring leader, Sacks in the City, who actually also gained their record while facing the Bimblossays as well. The ATLians will look ahead to their final challenge of the regular season as they take on their division rivals, Wide as Y, who are now effectively out of the playoff race after losing to number 1 ranked Flying Spaghetti Monsters in their Lone Star Week 12 rematch. And speaking of the FSM, he rolls into Week 13 as the only team with a winning record after rolling past Wide as Y for the second time this season, and actually has only one loss in the books this season, which fell at the hands of the aforementioned ATLians. He'll be looking to finish the season strong as he gets set to face his own division rivals, the Bama Boat Snacks, who, guess what? They are no longer at the bottom of the league rankings for the first time this season. The newly minted number 5 ranked Demon Barber of 5th League rolls into Week 13 with his second consecutive upset over division rivals Sacks in the City, and actually has a unique opportunity ahead of him should he be able to pull off the upset over the FSM, as it would mean an immediate spot as the number 4 seed in the playoffs should the ATLians lose to Wide as Y. We're keeping tabs on this breaking story as that both the ATLians and the Bama Boat Snacks have been fighting absolutely tooth and nail over the past several weeks to crawl their way out of their respective division bottom and league bottom rankings in hopes for the chance to get that last playoff spot. We do know this, whichever team ends up in the number 4 spot this season will unquestionably go down as the comeback squad of the year. And last but certainly not least, it's a battle between the current and former league scoring leaders as number 2 ranked Bellingham Bimblossays gets set to take on number 3 ranked Sacks in the City. The Bimblossays roll into Week 13 after falling victim once again to a record-setting performance dating back to his Week 8 battle against his current opponent, who scored a then 200.1 points against the Bimblossays, only to be destroyed yet again by a 205.4 performance by the ATLians last week. Now, both the Bellingham Bimblossays and Sacks in the City hold a win over one another and will be looking to settle the series, even with a guaranteed playoff spot locked in. That's it for your no punt intended fantasy football highlights. Be sure to check your lineups ahead of Sunday's games, and we will see you on the virtual gridiron.